Hey everyone, welcome to the Optima Tax Show for people who owe. Today we're going to talk about retirement. Phil, are you ready to retire?
I just started working, David.
You look like you have about 80 years to work before you're talking about retirement. I have been investing in stocks.
Stocks? What kind of stocks?
Stocks.
Oh, stocks, David. Don't you have a
It's going to
401k?
be a winner. Well, I've got about 400 pairs, but more specific, all joking aside, let's talk about Social Security. I want to hone in on what's up for grabs from the IRS. Recently, we've seen a lot of enforcement activity for folks who have retired, where the IRS is going after their Social Security check. I thought this was off limits, Phil. Help me out.
Yeah, you would think so. Retirement and Social Security is one of the backbones of American society.
Yeah.
However, when you owe taxes, everything's fair game.
So I'm wondering why, because the enforcement in other areas we've seen pull back, and it seems like Social Security garnishments were going up at the same time. Why do you think that's happened?
David, I think it's more about perception, right? Because what actually happens is without anybody lifting a finger at the IRS, there's systematic levies that go out, especially when the government's the one writing the check.
So these are computers,
Correct.
government computers talking to each other? Is that what you're telling me?
100%.
Wow. What percentage can they actually take? Can they take the whole paycheck, my whole Social Security check?
Right, that's the levy you're more familiar with, the one that leaves you with maybe $300 or $400 at the end
Yes.
of the paycheck. Because it's systemic and this is coming from the government, what they're actually levying is about 15% of your take home.
So that's not, we've seen a lot higher for
Right.
other paychecks. So that's actually good news.
Right.
What's the bad news with the Social Security garnishment?
The bad news is that it takes about 1 to 2 pay cycles for it to fully release once you've taken corrective steps to resolve your tax problems.
So that's much longer.
Yes.
Where if that's sent to your payroll, it can be turned around the same day.
Immediately, exactly.
Okay, so big difference there on Social Security. I think great job analyzing the differences. Now let's talk about some other retirement accounts that may be up for grabs if you don't pay your taxes. We can talk about 401k, stocks, okay, yep, everything you've saved, your nest egg. Can the IRS come after that if you're not compliant with your taxes?
Technically, yes. But I do want to say that it is kind of the last attempts at getting a taxpayer compliant.
Okay.
Right? Just like any bank account or liquid cash that you would have laying around, it is exposed, but oftentimes it's not the first source they go to.
So they'd rather go for, say, your weekly, bi-weekly paycheck,
Exactly.
your bank account, and then you put retirement there.
Along with your house, car, and any other
Got it.
hard assets. Yeah.
So it is up for grabs, but it's way down the line as far as exposure, I would imagine.
Right.
Okay. So now, we've actually had, this is a good topic, we've actually had clients come to us and say, I want to liquidate my 401k to pay my taxes. I'm done with this. What would you suggest or caution with that?
Every situation is going to be different, so there might be actually some very good financial incentives to do that, right? If you're under 59 and a half, there's going to be an extra 10% penalty for early withdrawal, so you have to remember that when you're asking to liquidate your 401k. But also penalties and interest, David. If you don't pay your taxes on time, you're going to be accruing penalties and interest until you pay off your tax debt.
And that can go up and up and up and up. That's
Exactly.
where tax balances balloon. You want to try to avoid. So I can understand why people would ask that, but there is caution because of the 10% penalty. You could end up with another tax bill after paying off your taxes, right?
Exactly. It's an endless cycle, David, if you're not careful enough and get professional help to really navigate through not just what the bill is today, but what the bill is going to be after all the transactions finish.
Great point. So if you have a tax balance, you're retired, you may be getting Social Security, you've got your nest egg you want to protect, you're figuring out ways to pay back your taxes, you may be over it, but you got to caution yourselves and maybe ask for some professional help. If you're looking for that, you can download our app, request a consultation from Optima, and we'll be able to help you. Phil, any parting words for our audience today?
As usual, do something, especially when you have your retirement account or looking to retire and have Social Security.
If you are retired, congratulations. You should be enjoying it, just like you're enjoying this show. I hope you enjoyed it today. We'll see you next time, everyone. Hey everyone, thank you for joining us. Be sure to like
And subscribe.
to all of our YouTube videos. And if you need more information on Optima Tax Relief, please go to our website, optimataxrelief.com.